Damn, I keep hitting that thing. Get ready, guys. We're about to start. $19, $18, $17, $16, $15, $14, $13, $12, $11, $10, $9, $8, $7, $6, $5, $4, $3, $2, $1. Go, 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 go. Now I want to stick over Aurora Materials Lab because I want to see how these outfits approach the base. I think it's more interesting to see what these outfits' plan of attack are for taking Aurora Materials. Namely because there are no localized spawns. It's all going to be Sunderers and drops. Now you have the early ESFs. It looks like 3 ESFs and 1 live from Future Crew, but the TR Galaxy is pushing onto the base very aggressively. You have some drops. You can't tell how much. It looks like a full squad dropped on the point. Also, Future Crew has a full squad dropping on point. You have a lot of fire coming back and forth. I want to focus on the air here for a second. It looks like only a couple of ESFs up for any elite, but they're doing some work on this Galaxy, on this Liberator, which I think isn't a smart move at this point in time. You want to focus on the ESFs, get them out of your hair. I'm going to try and back up here. You have 1 lib up with a Shredder from any elite. Now you have a pretty good air battle up here. It's about 4 or 5 units on each side. It's pretty even right now. It looks like a couple actually Future Crew has the advantage. They still have 3 ESFs up, which might work to their disadvantage in the spawn, but you know, I know they're aware of that, so they could always call these guys to spawn inside the base. You still have 1 Liberator and 3 ESFs up from any elite doing some work on these air vehicles. So there are no Sunderers, as you can see. Everybody opted to drop on the base. I'm going to zoom inside to see. Okay, so TR have the cap on point. I'll get there in a second. I want to see this fight on the outer perimeter first. 3 Scythes chasing a lib, which is going to go out for repairs. You have 1 Scythe being aggressive and chasing them all the way. Now you have two Scythes working the points. It looks like there might be a vehicle here. Yes, you have a TR Sunder on the outskirts, but it looks like they dropped most of the people on the point. So I don't think this is going to be too much of a disadvantage if they lose the Sunder for TR. Now you have 2 Future Crew Sunderers coming in because they need local spawns. They don't care where they deploy it. They just want to get people inside of the base, which is pretty smart in this situation because you just want to get numbers on point, boots on the ground, people close to the spawn, putting pressure on the point. You have Twiff coming up on the roof, doing his thing. He's gonna try and peek in here to see what kills he can get. But TR really, let's take a look inside. You have various maxes, looks like 3 to 4 AI maxes in here on the point for any elite. They're very well entrenched here. It looks like at least a squad of people on the point, possibly more. Now Future Crew controls the outer perimeter, and I know they're thinking that we need to get to this point, but they have 2.5 minutes to secure this. Otherwise, any elite's going to have a localized hard spawn, and they're going to be at a disadvantage over this. You should expect to see some potential gal drops. I mean, you have some Future Crew in here. They're being very patient. They're not pushing the point. They know if they peak, they're going to shut up by 3 or 4 guys. Now you have a Marauder coming up the stairs very aggressively. A good move by any elite. Actually, that was Future Crew Fury. Sorry, I'm getting my things mixed up. You had a Future Crew harasser with Fury coming up the stairs, but he wasn't able to get very many kills. I don't think any at all. Now you have a heavy assault from Future Crew Weirdo peeking in with Decimator, trying to get some hits on those maxes. You got a couple successfully on those maxes inside. But the TR, as you can see, have all the bases covered. They have big stair, bottom stair covered. They have the point room covered. They have to have at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, at least almost a squad and a half worth in here on point. So their initial Galaxy drop was very successful, but you have Future Crew coming from their Slendy, pushing with AI maxes on the point, trying to get hits on those other enemy infantry. You see, they're not focusing the max. You have heavy assaults focusing on the maxes, and then you have maxes from Future Crew focusing on the infantry, which is very smart in this case. A big push from Future Crew. You got one Zoe max down, another Zoe max down. You have Reses coming in, but he's under fire. Violence going to go down. The medic, another medic down. So you have 1 TR max on the side, flanking and back raging. All these BS coming in the side. They see him, but they're not able to do anything about him. You can see there's 2 engineers on each of these maxes. So there's a huge firefight in here. You have a bunch of skull and crossbones for the VS, which means Future Crew are dying in droves. Now you have a couple people coming up here, some light assaults from any elite, trying to get some crossfire set up on this doorway. And it looks like things are slowing down. So the second big push from Future Crew is going to be coming in. There's a revive grenade going out. It hit numerous Future Crew, but the revive grenade, you're only at half health, no shield, so only 500 hit points, which is 4 bullets. And from 4 or 5 maxes, those 4 bullets can come at you pretty fast. A lot of action going on. They have a fracture max right here behind the main obstacle here in the room, just spitting fractures out there, trying to get some hits on these infantry, soften them up, make them play more cautious. Here comes another big push of Future Crew on this point. Now you have, as you can notice, I'm going to whip away from this point just to show you something. Any elite has not abandoned their positions. Any elite is still watching big stair, they're still watching small stair, so they're counting on their guys in the point. They have about 6 maxes in this building. 20 seconds left on the cap. Future Crew have to do something here. They have to mix it up. Okay, here comes some rockets. They wiped out the point. There's a TR max still in the corner. He's probably going to work on the back range on these guys coming in. Very smart. 9 seconds left on the cap. So it's going to be a contested cap weight base fight over the cap. A lot of Future Crew coming in. Revive grenades splashing out. You have TR coming out, about 4 or 5 TR, but like I said, they're only half health. Any elite has successfully captured the base. They were very aggressive on point. They didn't rely on too many ESFs. They had basically a squadron and a half drop on point. Now that TR have this, Future Crew are going to be hard pressed to take this point, but they have time. It's I forgot to set my timer. I'll set it now. Okay, so now you have I'd say about 24 minutes left on this fight, but it's not a fight over one base. It's a fight over a hex. So you lose a base, you take it back, no big deal. Now because any elite has committed so many forces to this point, which it means that they don't have really much harassment on the outside. So Future Crew knows this. They're going to be taking the time. They're going to have another plan of attack. I wouldn't be surprised if they come with the Galaxy. They still have the center out here, so they're going to push the Crescent building, or as some people call it, the Banana building. I like Crescent personally. Sounds cooler to me. But you're going to see a Future Crew squad coming in here on point. There's a puppy there running around, not doing much, for or against the SCRIM. Now, Future Crew have come into this Crescent building, which is very smart because you can peek with rockets, you can peek with bullets, with rifles and things like that. So we're going to see a slow push from Future Crew onto this point. They have plenty of time. Like I said, it's not a fight over one base. It's a fight over a hex. You have one actual TR Lib doing some work on this Sunder, and Future Crew has no answer for him. They don't even have anybody repairing that Sunder. They're just going to count it as a loss. You have a heavy assault right here on the side, picking with decimators, trying to get some hits on the TR Max entrenched there. TR Max came out. He kind of overextended himself, but he was able to turn back turn back on the corner and get inside the building. It's pretty safe. Now, okay, so what do you do with Future Crew here in this situation? You have numerous options. Personally, I would like an attack from Big Stair and the Crescent building. The Big Stair, when I reference that I'm talking about for this entrance over here, you could have infantry pushes from that side. I know any elite still has an abandoned position, so you have a Fury Harasser coming up. And here comes another big push from Future Crew trying to get these people off point. Any elite doesn't have as many people here. Look like they had rotated back for some reason, which is going to work to their disadvantage. Future Crew has a pretty decent foothold on here. You have heavies throwing grenades, and you have maxes coming in, but the max went down for Future Crew. He's probably going to wait for a medic, because if you can bring him back in a few seconds, have him repaired in less than that. Okay, now Future Crew have successfully taken the point from any elite, so any elite's going to have to work from spawns. I would not be surprised if they bring a Galaxy to drop the top of the Crescent building. I want to yell out at 20 minutes. I want to yell out and yell the time so that everybody's aware of how much time is left on this lattice fight. Now Future Crew have basically reversed the tides, taken the point. 3.5 minutes left. You see, I can't tell how many any elite are spawning on this base, but there's still a fight for the perimeter. So you have numerous size hitting the TR as it come out of the spawn. You have another Vanu Sunder coming in for redeployments. I think it's going to be just a matter of spawn your Sunder, let it die, spawn another Sunder, or let it die, because you don't want to waste time on one guy repairing the Sunder if you could just bring another one when you need to. I could do that. Here, hold on. Here we go. I should have done this at the start. Now here's an increased view from the base with an enlarged minimap. You can see that Future Crew, as far as the numbers go, you see Alpha and Bravo. Brown is Bravo, green is Alpha. They have most of their guys dedicated on point. There's a few sides flying around, as you can see on the map. You have another VS Thunder coming to the top of the base, which is pretty interesting. I don't know if that's a Future Crew guy. I don't think it is. I don't think that's Future Crew. Otherwise, he deployed it somewhere closer to the actual base. It looks like any are going to opt for a Galaxy drop. I see only very few Indie Elite here. So here comes a Galaxy drop. Almost guaranteed. Okay, here comes Indie. Here comes their Gal drop. Or actually, they might have pushed out from spawns, but they're pushing towards Big Stair. There's 4 or 5 TR maxes, daka up the stairs. Now, Future Crew has rotated back to the spawn point. They had a couple guys at small stairs, but they got wiped out pretty quick. It's a big push from TR, but there's a lot of explosives going on. Maxes have gone down. Future Crew still holds the point pretty successfully. They have an engineer turret to soften targets as they come through the doorways. Now, Future Crew responded, they reacted, and they have all their guys up. They're back to square one. They're going to throw ammo packs down, everybody's repped up. Now, they might have less medkits than before, they might not have access to grenades, which is one thing where the any elite has the advantage. There's 1.5 minutes left. 20 minutes left on the clock. And Future Crew has this. It's going to be pretty interesting to see how any elite responds. I would personally, I mean, they did a two-pronged attack on the Tower Tech Plant last round, which worked to their success. I would say a Galaxy drop with a squad on top by the Crescent building, which looks like they're thinking that way because, okay, there's a Crescent push. Hey man, I must be reading some people's minds because, actually, you could say great minds think alike. I like to think I have a great mind, so here we go. We're going to see basically any elites in the position that Future Crew was, except Future Crew has offensively defending the point, whereas any elite is defensively trying to take the point back. You have a couple of TR maxes coming out here, but you're going to have an engineer respond and repair this max because he's taking a lot of fire. There he goes down. Too much fire, but you have one Banu max low on health. You have a couple of skull and crossbones in the back, a couple dead Banu. Their medics have to, you know, be working overtime to keep this fight going. Whereas repairs coming out, that max is sitting pretty. He's fine. He's got his Zoe enabled. 36 seconds left on the clock. And it looks like Future Crew's dropping. There's a lot of grenades coming in. They did a two-pronged attack. You have a Crescent building push, and then you have a big stair push from TR. Now they're coming in, they're peeking, they're taking the time. You see, this is what I mean by a high-level play. There's nobody really exposing themselves to the middle of the door. If they come through the middle of the door, it's only to throw grenades. You have aggressive medics coming out on point with their TARs. You have Vanu, Future Crew being pushed back along the building. There's only 4 or 5 VS left, but they threw a Future Crew got a good revive grenade out. It's resurrecting multiple people. Actually, that was a TR revive grenade. Excuse me. So it's looking like a pitched battle for this point. You have 1 second left on the cap, and TR have taken it back. TR have taken back the cap with only 1 second left on the cap. Very exciting to see this happening because, oh, there we go. VS was able to push back on the point, kill the guys on the point, and secure the server, secure the cap. So it's a successful knockout, drag them out, pow fight here, pow fight over the point, and Future Crew was able to successfully take this. Now, Any Elite still has a few survivors. It looks like nope, Any Elite is wiped out. So now it's Any's turn to respond. I'm curious to see whether Future Crew is going to have guys deployed to the next cap point and get a cap on it, or if they're going to be happy with settling here, holding the point, and having Any Elite come to them. There's a few options that they could do here. They could push out aggressively with vehicles. The base is wiped out of TR. So we're going to have to see either TR vehicles, which takes too much time, or more than likely you're going to have to see TR Galaxies coming on the point for drops. TR, in this case, has to respawn before Future Crew get one guy to Freyr Geothermal. It looks like all of Any Elite has respawned at Freyr Geothermal, so it'd be a very risky proposition to try and get a guy over here and take the point. I want to take a look over to see what Any Elite's doing. They still have one Liberator up with Dalton. He's been doing a lot of work suppressing the Vanu Sunder successfully, so props to that Liberator crew, but he got taken. Actually, no, that was a Scythe got taken out. You can tell by the green flares, the green smoke. Okay, so Future Crew is not going to wait. Actually, that's a puppy. But either way, Future Crew is not going to wait. Very aggressive as always, which I actually prefer aggressive tactics. You know, the best defense is a good offense. So they're pairing up in vehicles. It looks like two Sunderers with a couple Sky Guards, one either Heat or AP Lightning. And they're going to be pushing out 2 Freyr Geothermal. They're taking the fight to Any Elite. I don't know if Any Elite is aware of this. They might be because they had a couple air vehicles pushed back from Aurora Materials. So it looks like the 2 Sunderers are sticking together, which actually helps because it looks like 4 Basilisks. 4 Basilisks can do a lot of damage to a Liberator in a short amount of time. So you have two Any Elite Liberators coming up, trying to soften these Sunderers with what looks like Daltons. I don't see any shots coming out yet. No, that's actually 1 Shredder, 1 Dalton left. These TR are going to come around. Yeah, the openings on the right side of this Freyr Geothermal. Very aggressive moves from the VS. I'm very happy to see this happening because you don't want to fight over the same base. You want to see rotations. You want to see back and forth, and we're getting that back and forth battle between Future Crew and Any Elite. I don't... No, Any Elite is on point. They have several darts set up around the base already, getting ready to point out where Future Crew is attacking from. There's... Let me see how much time is left on the clock. Okay, 60 minutes left on the clock. At 15 minutes, I'm going to announce to both outfits how much time is left. Now you have Any Elite kind of spread out. I don't think this is the position that they want to be in when Future Crew attacks, because there's no heavies. I don't see any maxes. Now here comes the first firefight of Freyr Geothermal between Future Crew and any elite. Toro Kill was taken down, which typically plays Infiltrator. I'm not sure what he was in that case. I didn't see it in time. You have TR hugging the pockets of cover here at Freyr Geothermal, but VS have a cap on point. No, TR have a cap on point. Damn, my eyes are deceiving me. Let me check the map. Okay, so it looks like Future Crew still have a Sunder in the northwest part of the base. TR is rotating to cover this point. This building is going to be key in this fight. He who controls the building can control the entrance to the base. TR knows this and they're pushing people back to the point. There's some scythe carnage, some scythe debris. And it looks like TR is still in their, actually Future Crew is still on their Sky Guards. There's a harasser coming up to the point, probably has a PPA on it. Some early skirmishes between Future Crew and any elite. So this infiltrator doing some work. Of course, Future Crew has some of the best infiltrators in the game in Toro Kill, BS21314, and it's Murda. So you can expect these guys to be running around trying to get some kills, but ultimately he got taken out. Only 800 health points on the infiltrator, so he's pretty easy to take out once you spot him. I'm not sure if these guys are using night vision or if they're using reflex scopes. Future Crew still has their Sunder. They're spawning Bravo Squad, looks like 12 people spawning from the Sunder, but they have to take these points back. I don't see any maxes yet, which is pretty surprising. It might be for one of a couple reasons. One, either their timers are down, or two, resources. Both of these teams, neither has very many resources, as you can look at the map. Actually, TR has a lot of resources. So TR, if anything, can pull more maxes than Future Crew. So Future Crew is at a resource disadvantage in this case, which is unfortunate because you want the resources to be balanced. Otherwise, there's no excuses for each side to lose or to win points. I can't tell because of all this cover where any elite is, but all 24 are here. Actually, they're all on the point. 14 minutes left. Future Crew is getting a tick on point. It looks like TR have deployed some AI maxes. They're getting, Future Crew is pushing on the building. They've pushed the any elite back to the actual point. Very aggressive movement here. A lot of good movement here. And, you know, like they always say, fortune favors the bold. And you gotta be bold to get things done. There's a AI max coming up. Looks like he's gonna try and clear the early guys in this room. Zoe maxes are best for clearing the infantry surrounding the door. They can come in, kill 3 or 4 guys in like 1 or 2 seconds, then duck back. The TDK on AI maxes, especially with Zoe's, not surprisingly, but very short. You can tell here goes. Here comes a big push from Banu. Ah, I see. Any elite didn't have the top door covered. They have most of the guys looking at the bottom door. So Future Crew is doing a 2-pronged attack. Oh, Chipro goes down. So that's one Banu max down, but he's getting revived. Very aggressive moves in the medic, but that's what you got to do to keep the fight pushing. TR have secured this, but it doesn't mean anything because you have Future Crew controlling the point. Any elite has to respond with an aggressive push themselves. There's only about 13 minutes left in the match. I'll announce it at 10 minutes to both outfits. Future Crew have cleared the top point. There's only one TR infiltrator, looks like, but he ran away, smartly ran away. All he can do is basically shoot darts at the building. I'm going to go out and check to see what Indy's plan of attack here. Now, Future Crew has very smartly deployed Fury harasser here to defend the point. You always want to use the mobility of these harassers. They could take some hits and retreat with turbo repair, but the Fury, especially in such a close-knit space, is so dangerous. And not only for the suppression, but you can get some direct kills very quickly. It's no Marauder, but it does the job. Where is any elite? Where have they gone? Any elite pulled back. They're going to do a gal drop. Yep, they're at warp gate now. We're going to follow their gal drop. It looks like actually they were able to get a cap on Aurora materials. I didn't even notice this. Oh shit, let me slow it down. Well, it was actually a really good move from TR, but they only dropped a few people here. Here's a puppy NC, not going to be doing some work. Not going to be doing much work, but TR was able to contest this. There's 20 seconds left on the clock. I'm not sure how much they were able to take away. I was focused on Freyr Geothermal, so I'm sorry about that. Actually, you have any elite completely skipping Freyr Geothermal. They knew that as long as they had timer on Aurora materials, they were able to gal drop. So you have about 12 Future Crew at Freyr Geothermal, sitting there sucking on their thumbs essentially, and you have any elite pushing on the point. They have successfully captured Freyr Geothermal. A very, very good move from any elite. Just goes to show how aggressive, aggressiveness can work against you. VS had a successful push on Freyr Geothermal, but as soon as any elite knew they were done, they rapidly redeployed to the warp gate, had people coming back, probably in ESFs, and take the point. Looks like 24 people on Freyr Geothermal. Okay, now you have Future Crew pulling back. Yeah, they're clearing out a Freyr Geothermal, but you still have a few people. I would leave maybe one infiltrator on Freyr Geothermal just to make sure the cap goes through, because he could always run away. Now, here we go. 3 minutes left on the clock, and any elite has captured Freyr Geothermal. In about a minute, I'm going to announce that there's 10 minutes left. So Future Crew basically was not rewarded for the successful push on Freyr Geothermal. Future Crew has to come back. They have to do a slow push. Now they've wasted some max resources, but they're able to get another max up. He's contesting the point through Big Stair. And there's a lot of peeking happening on Big Stair, a lot of rockets being shot, but it's really up to this Vino Max to do some work. Yes, he's being repaired. Actually, he's not being repaired yet. He's going to have to be repaired if he wants to get some more kills here. TR are falling, but it's only one at a time. They still have guys watching back stair, small stair, but they have a couple guys watching big stair. Now, I don't know if there's another push coming up. No, TR, actually, Vanu is coming up through Crescent Building. So any elite that are here on point are pretty much penned in from two sides. They only have one exposed area, which is a small stair. You have Toro Kill coming in, snagging a few kills. So followed by the Zoe Max. So it's the wham bam, thank you man, 1-2 punch from Future Crew coming in here, wiping out various in the elite. The medics are coming back trying to get people up so that they can fight this fight. But it's looking pretty grim here for TR. I mean, they have to hold on for 2 more minutes. They don't have any localized spawns. Future Crew controls the air. There's maybe a TR, yeah, there's a TR Liberator out there, but he's not able to do much work because, like I said, about ore materials, you have a short run to the buildings, and once you're inside the buildings, you have plenty of cover. Pretty intense fight here going on big stair. It looks like Future Crew have the big stair and small stair. Now they're going to push on point room. There are various Future Crew bodies out here on the point, but they see that they're taking out any elite. So any elite was able to buy some time, push the fight back to Aurora materials, and some very sneaky counter moves here. But there's only one TR max left, and he's going to be going down promptly. Revive grenades went out, but it was a Future Crew revive grenade. You have Zeller coming up. So Future Crew has resecured Aurora materials. But what any elite has done is they have bought themselves at least 2 minutes to attack this. So they could get another galaxy drop, they could get Sunderers. They have 3 ESFs out there. I could still looking at the minimap. I want to zoom in like this so you guys get a better view of what's going on here. There's a couple any elite coming in here, but again, Zoe Maxes and properly supported infantry, they're not going to be able to do much. So Future Crew has successfully retaken Aurora materials. There's about a minute, 2 minutes left on the cap, and it's really up to see what any elite can do. That move that they pulled over, outflanking Freyr Geothermal, was very impressive, very good move, and they have forced. Even though Future Crew is on the offensive here, they have forced Future Crew up against the ropes. Now, Future Crew, you see, do they repeat the same thing they did last time and commit almost all their forces to Freyr Geothermal, or do they hold a couple people back, which would probably be wiser in this sense, and send some infantry, maybe a squad or a squad and a half to Freyr Geothermal? They still have a minute to go, so they're going to stay here and defend this point. You have some drop pods coming in from the elite. They have a successful beacon up on the roof. By successful one, I mean that I don't think Future Crew knows it's up there. It's in a very good spot, but like as with all beacons, you can see it from anywhere. So as long as Future Crew has any sights up, they'll be able to see this beacon. But I don't think they have. Future Crew is running around trying to see where this fire is coming on. I'm sure this TR is popping up on the minimap, and they're trying to find him. They're going to have to assume now that he's on the roof. Nobody's looked up yet, but here he drops down very aggressively, going to try and snag a kill, somewhat too impatiently for my taste. You're better off waiting even a minute. Getting teabagged. He's better off waiting a minute to see, what his squad mates can do for him. Now you have some bursters set up trying to dislodge this TR Liberator that I think has been alive the whole time. I can't get a name for him. I gotta spot him. I can't get a name. Oh, I don't know what. Here comes the Gal Drop. Actually, no, it's Liberator. So any elite has pulled back to. Actually, they're all here. Where are they at? Oh, okay, they're pulling from the Crescent Building. They pulled the Sunder up to the Crescent Building, and you're going to see a push from 2 squads of Indy Elite coming back to the point. Very tough push. A lot of Vinu bodies down in the point. I missed this action. I'm going to try and get this corner room right here. Control F10. There we go. So TR have killed the squad defending the point. They're successfully on point, but this TR max is undefended. You have one. That's an engineer or medic. One infantry from TR killing the reserve guys from Future Crew. So TR has successfully taken the point back, or Vanu have successfully, have successfully taken the point back. 6 minutes left. This is actually much more back and forth than I thought it was going to be. There's a lot of good moves with counter Sunderers and galaxy drops. Future Crew's coming back with 2 Zoe Maxes in the lead. maybe potentially a little too aggressively since they don't have repairs, but they could always run away. They're very fast maxes, as we all know. They're coming up the big stair again. It's another push up the big stair, which has been a common theme in these fights. Both outfits and their respective turns have done big pushes on big stair. I wouldn't be surprised to see a push through Crescent from Vonda trying to cut the Indy Elite off. That was a Comet max that got taken out. You have another max getting repairs, so he's waiting to do some true damage to these guys. TR have entrenched themselves on the point, so you have about 7-8 TR on the point. Medic heavy, which seems to be Indy Elite's flavor du jour, whatever that means, but it sounded right, so I'm going to say it. They have reinforcements through Crescent building, so you have the TR successfully reinforcing this point building. I'd almost go to say to send for Future Crew to send the infiltrators through the Crescent building, cause some damage. Maybe have a light assault, jump on the roofs and see for that Sunderer, because that Sunderer is going to be a thorn in their side for as long as they can hold this point, for as long as they can fight at this point, I should say. There's 2 minutes left on the cap for Indy Elite, so they successfully taken back the point, and they're fighting on Big Star now. You have 2 AI VS Maxes doing a lot of damage, back raging that TR Max. He hasn't turned yet. He doesn't know what's going on. There he goes. He probably thought it was fire from Small Stair. You have numerous Future Crew fighting up Small Stair, but they're met by a TR Max, much to their dismay, because you got at least 2 Future Crew taken out in a matter of seconds, less than a couple seconds. Now you have the VS, a couple bodies on the Big Stair, but the Future Crew Zoe Max is still alive, but he needs repairs. He's going to back off and take cover. Now you have the medics doing some work here. You have Maxes getting repaired. Indy Elite has been pushed back to the point. Future Crew has successfully taken the Big Stair and Small Stair, so all they have now is a hallway between them and resecuring this point. 1.5 minutes left on the cap. And you have a Zoe Max coming in here for a kamikaze attack, trying to take out as much support as you can, but you have revive grenades picking up those fallen infantry. A lot of Future Crew in the hallway trying to get some fire and aggressive medic play from Future Crew, which is typical of both these outfits. Now you have a lot of fire coming down. This Max is going to be dropping any second now. There he goes. Future Crew knows it's like a shark smelling blood in the water, man. They know that it's time to attack, and they're coming in here. Whether it was a call through the ops channel, or whether they just knew they had to charge the room. Either way, they're successfully taking the room back from Indy Elite with about 2 minutes to spare. Indy Elite's going to have to do another big push on this building. I'm going to take a look at Crescent and see what they're doing over here. Yeah, it looks like they're going to do another push through Crescent. I believe I see some smoke. Yeah, their Thunder is still up, so they have a guy repairing it. But you have a Future Crew Future Crew Lightning doing some damage to this Thunder, which means that they're going to have to keep 1 or 2 guys back on this Thunder, which means you're going to have 1 or 2 guys left fighting for the point. Indy Elite doesn't have a lot of dots by the point. It's just a couple guys in Crescent building peeking on these Future Crew running across. You have a Zoe Max going hyper aggressive, which is actually what you want to be doing in a Zoe Max. Actually, that's an infiltrator. Sorry, I thought it was a Zoe Max. With a Star Child coming out here trying to get some kills on these few dots. But I think it's going to be too much TR for him to handle, so he's probably going to back off and try and flank from somewhere else. Yeah, it was. So he's backed off. You have a couple Zoe Maxes running really nearly between the Crescent room and the point building. 1.5 minutes left for Vonda to resecure this, which is basically resetting the fight. They have bought themselves plenty of time, about 4 minutes overall. And so in 1.5 minutes, you're going to see Future Crew resecure the space. And we have, let me check the clock, 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes. So 2.5 minutes left on like at least a 3 or 4 minute cap. So Future Crew were able to successfully hold this, but it's really up to Indy. See what they can do to push all these Future Crew back. They're coming up the stairs inside of the Crescent room, slowly but surely coming up with heavies. It looks like they ran out of TR resources or infantry resources, because I don't see any Mercy Maxes or anything like that. No onslaughts, nothing. It's just a pure infantry push from Indy Elite, which is good and bad, because at least, okay, here's a TR Max, because you have conks from the heavies, which could displace a lot of Vonda infantry. Now you have a couple turrets set up, which is a really good idea, because it's very hard in the current iteration, even on PTS, to take out these infantry turrets. Even with rockets, you have to shoot them precisely, just so either on the head or the toes to take them out. And Future Crew is just shooting bullets non-stop, probably waiting till they overheat and then resetting it, shooting bullets back, suppressing the Indy Elite coming out of those doors. As you can tell from the Future Crew point of view, that nobody is peeking on Indy Elite side. Yeah, I'm yelling it right now, Neptune. So both sides know that there's very little left on the clock. Here comes the push from Indy Elite, but they had a Max go aggressive with charge, which in this case you don't want to be that aggressive. You want to push with your infantry, get your repairs up, get your heals going on your infantry. Here comes a big push on the right side. Looks like they're focusing on one doorway. A lot of explosives going off. A lot of explosives, probably anti-vehicle grenades from the heavies because that max died pretty fast. So Future Crew has their back up against the wall here. Once again, Indie Elite was able to successfully put Future Crew on the ropes. There's a couple of Future Crew running around trying to get some kills, jumping around. Okay, and then you have the Future Crew infiltrators doing work as they always do, taking out the Indie Elite. It looked like Indie Elite had that, but Future Crew was able to rotate the numbers through the big stair and even the small stairs, you could see, come back, take the room. Now with 40 seconds left, 30, let's see, in 10 seconds it'll be 30 seconds left, Indie Elite is once again forced to spawn up to Sunder. It looks like Future Crew completely abandoned their vehicles and are focusing all people on the point, which in this case is very smart. 30 seconds left, guys. Okay, Future Crew have come back to 3 engineer turrets, numerous Zoe maxes, and Indie Elite has time for one more push. Let's see what's going to happen. Okay, so it looks like Future Crew was aggressively pushing on the Sunder, buying time for the guys on point. Very smart move. I'm not sure who that was, but you had 2 Future Crew infantry coming in to delay the Indie guys coming in through the point. I know I'm getting a little excited here, man, but I'm going to try and talk a little slower. That's it. Could hear the alarm. I'm asking both outfits if they want to fight for 3 more minutes. So a lot of good back and forth. You had Future Crew coming aggressive on the point. You had the initial Indie Elite Galaxy drop on the point where they held it, and then Future Crew came back, took it from them, capped the base, pushed to Freyr Geothermal, where in a wily move from TR, they were able to counterflank and push on Aurora materials while, you know, Future Crew was stuck at a Freyr Geothermal. So you had a flank from you had a counter flank, a counter attack, I should say, from Indie Elite that dropped them on Aurora materials, forcing Future Crew back, where Indie Elite was able to push the timer down to 2 minutes, or at least it was 1.5 minutes, and Future Crew took it back. So you had so much back and forth in this. It's like one of those heavyweight bouts in boxing where the guys are just going at it. It was a slugfest. Beautiful, beautiful slugfest here on Araxis on Esamir. And I'm glad we were all able to do this and share this time, man. Damn, that was a good match.